Well, I would say it begins with a kind of classic setup of a couple driving into the redwoods for a romantic getaway. And when they arrive at this cabin, they find it's been double booked. And there's this younger couple of strange young people here waiting for them. And they decide to spend the night together in the cabin. And then things unspool in surprising directions. Dermot and Winona both were these sort of iconic figures that in some ways we grew up with. And, in some ways, the movie is about this passage of time. And so seeing people that we grew up with kind of makes you also think about yourself growing up and aging and the inevitable march towards death that we're all on and fun stuff like that. And it's epitomized in this man's wise old face.
Yeah. So I play the character of Barlow, and he doesn't really want to die. So he cooked.
What?
So he tempts fate. He tempts fate.
We can't.
We can say tempts fate.
We can say tempts fate.
You can say that.
But the
It's vague
less that we say,
cooking up a plan,
better.
they can't say that, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So I was gonna say, I was just gonna say
The best
cooking up
part
a
of
plan.
this movie and the experience of watching it is that you have no idea what's going on, and we give you hints and pieces also out of order, and so it's like this puzzle that you're putting together as you watch it, and then in the end, I think it's very fulfilling. But we just don't want to spoil that experience for anyone.
Well, I mean, in this one in particular, we're trying to even play with the fact of at times it seems like it's going to be horror, and then it isn't. It's going to be a thriller, and then it isn't. So we're even playing with the kind of question of what movie am I in, which is what lets you be sort of excited and surprised, I think.
It's just a wonderful script, and it's a part that very much creeps up on you. So he comes in a little later in the order that you see the film in, and so it has a kind of accelerating curve in the character that's really exciting to read. And again, there's so many turns and twists in the plot that it even makes it difficult to speak about the character. But what I loved about the script is these really aged tiers that Eli built into it. So there's this youngest, and then John Gallagher Jr. comes into place. I think it's intended slightly younger boyfriend to Kath, our lead heroine in the story, and then like one older is me, so that you get a version of yourself. It just twists around a little bit that way. But the script was incredibly captivating. I could tell it was going to be one of the really, really, truly great parts that I get to play.
And the other thing with the script that kind of like got me is this like these characters all start out as one thing and then they become completely different things by the end of the movie.
Yeah. It kind of felt like we were playing like multiple characters.
Yeah, and you get to unpeel these people as the film goes along, which is always fun.